All right, now, how do you do breath of fire? So breath of fire, it's a very strong breath, pushing the breath out through our nose and pulling the belly into the spine with our exhale. And that's just a passive inhale in. It looks like this. I'll do it from the side. This up. So you see that belly pulling into the spine with the exhales. So yeah, that's breath of fire. So when you first start breath of fire, you are going to start slower. It might not be that quick. I've done breath of fire many times now. So you definitely don't need to start that quick. When I first started breath of fire, it was difficult for me. And for most people, it's fairly difficult when starting. So just know that when you're starting, it doesn't need to look the way mine just looked, because again, I've done it many times. So you're going to find you can start out slow, find a natural rhythm that works for you, just focusing on pulling that belly into the spine, pressing breath out through the nose, and just really focus on that part. You're focusing on the exhale, you're focusing on pulling the belly into the spine. It should all be done with the belly. You want to keep the chest, the shoulders relaxed as much as you can. And then at the end of the breath, we're going to be activating the mulabandha. We'll inhale, hold at the top of our breath, activate the mulabandha, and pull and stimulate and guide the energy up your spine, and visualizing the energy from your root going all the way up your spine, up into the crown of your head. You also, when you do that, you might notice it landing in one of your chakras or one of the areas of your body. And if it does that during that hold at the top of your breath, just notice where it's landing and keep your observance and your loving gaze there while you continue to hold. And you're just going to hold your breath as long as it feels comfortable. And we're going to be doing the breath of fire for a 3-minute practice, but that doesn't mean you need to do breath of fire the entire 3 minutes. If this is your first time doing breath of fire, you definitely won't be doing it the entire 3 minutes, unless you're like the next incarnated Dalai Lama and you just got it. Most people start like at 30 seconds. So if this is your first time and you do like 30 seconds of it and you're like, oh my God, that was enough, you're gonna inhale at the top, hold your breath, stimulate your mulabandha. So what you're going to do there is you're going to squeeze your root, squeeze your everything at your root in, like you're trying not to go pee or poop, and you're going to activate that area in and up. So you're again stimulating and activating the energy up through your system. And you're also going to bring your chest forward a little bit, relax your shoulder blades in and down the back, and then you'll lengthen the back of your neck. So you'll slightly tuck your chin in, but only because you're lengthening through the back of your neck. So you're sitting up really tall with beautiful posture to allow that breath to move through your system in the exact way that it needs to and wants to. So again, you could do it. If 30 seconds or even 15-20 seconds is your max, you're going to hold for as long as feels comfortable up at the top of your breath after that. Exhale, let it go, and then start again if it's still during that 3 minutes. You don't want to push it. You don't want to push it past your limits. There's no benefits pushing. It's counterproductive pushing it past your benefits. So go to your edge and then hold your breath at the top. And you'll get more benefits that way for absolute sure. Contraindications are menstruation. You can do it during menstruation, especially if you've done a lot of breath work, a lot of Kapalabhati before. But if you aren't a strong breathwork person, if you haven't done a lot of breath of fire, then when your cycle comes, when you're bleeding, don't do it until you have a regular practice built in. And then what else? Oh yeah, pregnancy, contraindication, again, except if you have already have a really strong breath practice. And if you already have a really strong breath practice, you don't even need to hear this. You already know this probably. But I have to say it. If you have any heart conditions, and if you have high anxiety during the time of doing this, don't do it. Just do some really deep calming breaths instead. You can still do the mudra with us, but you can do an ujjayi breath or just deep breathing or the box breath. And then I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, please comment. Please comment if you have any questions. I am definitely here to engage with you and answer any questions, and please ask away. Don't stay silent. And I hope that you join. I look forward to doing this with anyone who wants to do it. So yeah.